So for the first scramble, there was a 2-move EG2 on orange, which is pretty obvious. I was kind of alternating in my head between either doing like a U prime RU and then just doing the alg from this angle, which would be a lot better TPS because this is kind of a strange start to the alg, but you cancel, so I couldn't really choose to avoid that. Plus there's no AUF this way. But you can just cancel into the algorithm by doing F prime and then continuing on from there, and there was going to be no AUF. So it was one I was kind of nervous I was going to mess up on, but it ended up being okay still. For the second one here, this was an obvious white CLL basically, 2 moves like that, and you can actually just cancel and not do those 2 moves at all and go straight into the CLL. So that's 7 moves, I think. Yeah. So another just short one where basically I was just trying not to mess it up. But that one was pretty easy. So on this one here, I thought I was probably gonna try to figure out something good for TCLL, but that didn't really work out too well. I still ended up going with that, but I tried to do something with this white-orange basically, something like that. Didn't really work out too well. And then off of that, I also tried to do something like this, and then kind of messed. Well, it was like almost a good case in my head. So I was kind of upset because like if these 2 corners were twisted, it could, or I guess not. But it kind of looks like it was going to be good from the top, but then I realized it was not. But I still ended up doing that and just canceling into it a little. Just it was like 1.4, just a kind of average solve basically. On the fourth one here, there's a 1 move to TCLL on blue. And then so this is one where you would just do U and then sexy move and then a hedge. And then that's like the alg bit right there basically. But there's also a different alg you can do when it's like this, where you do, pop it out like this and then just insert it back in. And so in this case, it could cancel just doing FUF and then RUR prime U2. So I don't use the algorithm very often. I always kind of check because like I forget whether or which case it's for. Actually, there's like 2 cases I kind of don't remember which one it's for. So when I have the chance for a cancellation, I usually try it, and usually I don't get it, but that time it ended up working correctly. And so on this one, didn't really look like I was going to get anything. First on green, I just tried to do something like that, which wasn't going to be that great. And then so I figured I should just look on red, and I got the CG2 case, which this is a case where like I get it so little that like I forget it a lot, so kind of thought I was going to mess it up, but I was able to cancel into it significantly. So this is where it was, and it just ended up being... And yeah, so I was able to cancel into it, and that was a pretty good solve actually. I didn't think I was going to do as well as I did. But yeah, so that ended up being a 1 average.